Hello. Okay.
Giving all praises to the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, giving all due respect to the prince men, mothers in Israel, brothers and sisters, I bid you out of the tongue of our forefathers, Shabbat Shalom. The world has ways, ordinances, statutes, traditions, customs, holidays, celebrations. All these things is how the world lives. Okay? This is the ordinance of the world, how people live, their everyday function. Right. What they eat, what they dress, what they celebrate, what God they serve, how they look, down to what you do in the bedroom, what you got in your food, in your cabinet, in your refrigerator, in your bathroom, in your house. All these things, the laws of God, detach you from. People are attached to things like this. People are attached to the ways of the heathen. The ways of the heathen is the way of the world. That's right. It's the way of the world is however you live is right in your eyes. And how you live is by how the world is. If the world say, hey, you celebrate the day that you're born, your birthday, that's what the whole world is into. Everybody celebrates their birthday, am I correct? That's right. Everybody. The Russians, Americans, Asians, Muslims, everybody celebrates their birthday. Except for one who has made up his mind to follow these commandments, then you gotta drop a lot of things. You gotta drop 100% of your whole life. You gotta drop the foods that you like. You gotta drop things that entertain you because it is against the, the commandments of God. That's right. This is why people have a problem. Oh no, it don't mean that. It don't mean this. Yes, you can do it when it clearly says thou shalt not. Because it stops you from eating what you like, wearing what you like, going over here and having a good time. Oh, going over here on the kids. Oh, kids. The way you bring up the kids today, do you know toys? All toys. All toys. Oh, to help you, it was a choo-choo train. They didn't play with toys. Abraham did not give Ishmael and Isaac toys to play with. They didn't have video games. They didn't have Xbox, PlayStation. They didn't have little gadgets that you could put games on and play. They didn't have that. What they taught them kids was about the Most High God that they served because it was taught to their sons. Those sons come up and talk to those sons. Those sons come up and teach those sons. And that's how it went. So he learned from his father about God. That's how it went in here. And they were afraid. They were afraid to commit any violation against these commandments. Any at all. You know why? Because they believed, like Abraham. I know for a fact it's the true and living God, and He has just set rules. And if I go against any of these rules, I don't have respect to none of them. When you don't respect them, it's when you don't do them. When you don't do it, it's when you don't respect them. So if I don't respect them, I don't do them, something is going to happen to me. Most High said in here, you do this over here, you're gonna get cut off. You do that over there, you're gonna get cut off. You do this over here, they say kill him. This over here, you pay that. This, you're gonna hold it. You're gonna bear the iniquity. That's why Achior in the Apocrypha, Achior told Holofernes, the general, he said they served the God that hated iniquity. So, what is iniquity? What is iniquity? What is iniquity? What is sin? Ask the average Israelite that, they can't give you a correct answer. You know why? Everybody goes off their own definition of what words mean. Everybody goes off their own definition. Even in the Hebrew. Even in the Hebrew. You have to correct them in the Hebrew now. So, no, that doesn't mean that. No. You took that whole word and well, it means it doesn't mean that. It means it's what you want it to mean. Yeah. That's what they're doing now. That's right. They want to fit the book, fit the law. They don't want to do the law because it stops you from having what you like. It stops you. Okay. Well, the banana, right? She said, look at the banana, man, because the little things in there, those are not seeds, man. If you're wondering about that, you look it up, discovery that all those bananas that we eat don't have seeds. Plantains also bananas. Even the stone and chiquita ones, all those in the banana family, all bananas. All bananas. They don't have seeds in them. They grow them without seeds. They made it edible. I had a banana on me. I got planters in the house. At that moment, once I see that, I said, oh, no more bananas. Right then and there, when you hear the law and you discover, oh man, this is no good, or you're not supposed to be doing this, or this, right then and there is when you make your decision. Right then and there is what God is doing. Inside of you, you make your decision. Now, all right, that's that. I'm gonna stop that. He knows. He said, oh man, you sang now. Why? Because you like it and you don't want to what? Give it up. You are attached. That's why the Most High said, cleave unto him. This is what cleave means. See how attached you are to these things that you're supposed to stop? That's the cleaving. But the Most High said, cleave to his laws like that. We don't cleave to his laws like that. No. We cleave to everything else. I cleave to everything else, man. For my wife, my kids, the boss, for this, for that, for this, for all these things, man. I hustle and bustle, break my back, get it, this, that, but I don't get like that with the law. Why? Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. You're supposed to be doing all his commandments. Why are you not doing all his commandments? Why? Because you are attached, not to God. You are attached to the abominations of the heathen. That's what we are attached to. Start being truthful with yourself. Yeah. Stop lying to yourself. First of all, recognize what these things are, right? Iniquity. I had it wrong. Definition. Iniquity, which is sin, right? Sin.
Sin, a vitiated state of human nature in which the self is estranged from God.
Say that again?
A vitiated state of human nature.
Human nature.
In which the self.
Human nature goes into sleep, wake up, eat, dress, everything you do. Okay? Go ahead.
A vitiated state of human nature in which the self is estranged from God.
The self, person, you, me, is what?
Estranged from God.
Estranged from God. So anything you do that is not in these commandments, you are estranged from God.
Causes you to be
It causes you causes God to look at you strange. You become strange to him.
That's right.
You become strange to the commandments. That's why I say he did not know the Lord God. You know what that means? He's a stranger to God and his laws. That's what that means. And he hates when yourself is like that. You understand what I'm saying? They say he hates is a God that hates iniquity. So he hates when someone commits sin. And sin is according to what God say is sin.
That's right.
Not what we say is sin. You gotta remember, everybody in this world, everybody in this world was brought up in the Christian life. 99% of this world was brought up in the Christian life.
That's right.
And there are many ways that have been adopted over the centuries, okay, from all those ancient nations, and their customs and their ordinances all got put together. They all got put together by the Romans. And out of the Romans, you have the Catholic Romans. And out of that, out of Catholicism, you have the rest of the branches of Christianity. And they all have ordinances that God said don't follow. They all have ways that God said don't follow. Leviticus chapter 18.
Leviticus chapter 18. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, I am the Lord your God.
I am the Lord your God. You guys keep calling the calf your God. You keep calling this over here God, Baal. He said, I am the Lord your God. I'm your God. I don't care how much you keep running away and trying to go over here and go over there. I am the Lord your God.
Like the doings of the land of Egypt, where ye had dwelt,
right?
Ye shall not do.
You shall not do. You're just coming from Egypt. In Egypt, there are many customs in Egypt, okay, of the people. We'll go through a couple of them for you real quick. Number one, you see how people get married today? How people get married? What is the symbolism of marriage today? That people are married. What is there was an artifact that stands as a symbol of marriage. The ring, the wedding band. Okay, it is a symbol, it is an artifact that is a symbol of marriage that came from Egypt. There were sun worshippers. When you got married, you went under the banner of the sun god, which is that chapel, that arch that everybody, even on the wedding cake, you see the little figurine, the man and woman, you see that little arch over there? That's from Egypt. That's the same arch that's in St. Louis, that big arch. Same thing. That is in honor of the sun god. Okay? That is not only there, these artifacts are all over the world. Okay? And everybody gets married that way. The wedding band is a symbolization of the sun god, the band of the sun. Okay? That's an Egyptian ordinance. See, you want to get married like everybody else. You don't want to get married the way God said. God said, do it like this. Number one, for a man to get married, you gotta have your own house. You gotta have your own house, not her house. You have to have your own house, and you have to have a job. You have to have money coming in to take care of her. Other than that, that's not your wife. And she has to agree to this. Am I right?
Right.
She has to agree to this. Both parties have to agree to this. And there's no thing, well, oh, now it's just over, that's it. That means it was just a game. That means that was y'all was just hooking up, boyfriend and girlfriend. And any kids that came out of that will be bastards. Because once you have children, and you are not married, the child is a bastard.
That's right.
The child is a bastard.
That's right.
So you wonder why Israel is the way it is now. Because you're following the ordinances of Egypt. All this stuff you're following today is Egypt.
A lot of bastards.
A lot of bastards in Israel.
Women breaks up. Women get angry. They get angry.
Uh-huh.
Jebediah, he's over. She's gone. He's a lot of bastards. Not only in Israel, churches,
Everywhere.
bastards. Nothing but bastards walking the streets. Now then, you find a beautiful girl, she has a, you know her background. She could be a bastard.
That's right.
You don't know her damn background. You know where she
You
came
don't know how
from.
she got here.
All you know is that she's pretty.
That's it.
You don't know her background.
That's right.
Bastarda.
That's why the Most High said, man, kill those people, kill them Canaanites. I don't want you becoming married into them, related to them.
Bastardization.
Okay? Because that's what's gonna happen. Bastards gonna come out. So that's ornaments right there. All that comes from how you get married.
Bastarda. I know my woman ain't no damn bastard.
That's right.
I used to